Hello and Namaste. Welcome to Yoga Breathwork Implementation Program. I congratulate you to be a part of the Yoga Breathwork Implementation Program and Ayurveda Mentor community. This is very important to learn and to practice Yoga Breathwork to move on the path of healing and cure and positive well-being. For many of you, Yoga Breathwork might be new. Especially in Western countries, people are very much aware about yoga postures and meditation when they talk about yoga. But the yoga breath work or breathing practices or breathing techniques or the pranayama, as it is known in Sanskrit language, is very much an integral part of the yoga, and you will be learning it and implementing it. And you have to consider your situation in life, whether you are a healthy person or you are suffering from some chronic disorder and want to overcome it. You consider it like a journey in life. And when we are having the situation at the specific point in our life, we have to move forward. There can be 2 points. The first, experiencing positive well-being. The second, moving toward healing and cure. And this practice will be able to accomplish both the goals. And you are not alone here. It is very important that we will be moving on this path together. I will be here and I am seeking your permission now. My role is of a mentor and coach. I have these two roles. You will be learning about these very soon. You can see the name of this program is having 2 parts. The first one is breath work, second one is implementation program. The first part, breath work, it is my responsibility, and second part, implementation program, is your responsibility. And each of the unit of this program is having 2 parts. The first one is the guiding session. The second one is the practical session. And if you look at the guiding session, its overall objective is to provide you very deep understanding of the topic. You will be having lot of insights and we will be making the topic very inspiring and motivating, and you will be learning about the yoga breath work from the perspective of physiology, psychology, yoga, Ayurveda and medicine. You will be knowing about different researches that are going on all over the world. And then there is practice session inside each unit. And you will be practicing one time with me, and you will be able to send your feedback, your query. And if there is some consideration for a specific health issue, you can write me or you can email me and I will definitely consider it. There is one thing that you will hear from me time and again. It is practice, practice and practice. Yes, it is practice that will give you results, that will lead you toward positive health, toward healing and cure. So always focus on your daily practice. It is very important. Second, each of the session, it will be of 10 to 15 minutes. And you have to practice at least once a day. Once a day, you will be practicing with me, and I highly suggest you to practice one more time on your own. It will be better for you. Second, and very important, you do not need to rush through this program. You do not need to learn all the things in a day. You have to watch only one unit and practice. Yes, watch only one unit and practice it. This is very important. When I'm saying you that you have to progress step by step, there is very deeper implication, and it is each of the present unit is built upon the foundation of the previous unit. When I am saying previous unit, each of the unit is having some of the understanding part and some of the practice part. So Both parts will be utilized to make the content of the next unit. So it will be important, very important for you to progress step by step if you want to get some real benefit out of these practices. And when I say you to progress step by step, there is very practical aspect to it. You will start with these practices. You will say that these are simply some of the breathing practices, particularly in first 4 or 5 units. Then you will start to see the deeper significance of these practices. It is with vital energy or prana. You might remember the word pranayam. Pranayam is the Sanskrit word that is used for yoga breathwork in yoga and Vedic sciences. So, pranayam refers to the vital energy, and when you are learning and you are practicing yoga breathwork and progressing step by step, you are nurturing the prana or vital energy inside you, and it will have positive impact on your body and mind. And then what will happen? What you desire. This vital energy, it will unleash the healing and cure potential inside you. I always say that the healing and cure, it will come from inside you. It is your intrinsic potential. We have to nurture the vital energy, and then it will be very easy, without any problem, in a very comfortable way. You will start to unleash the healing and cure potential, and you will feel that you are accelerating on the path of healing and cure. Now, there are some practical guidelines about yoga breathwork. When should you practice? You should practice yoga breathwork morning and evening. At that time, your stomach should be empty. If you have taken a full meal, like either breakfast or lunch or dinner, then you have to wait for at least 3 to 4 hours until it is properly digested. If you have taken something light, like a cup of tea or a coffee or a bowl of fruits, then you can wait for 30 to 60 minutes until you are comfortable about it. And if you are feeling the urge to pass urine or stool, then it is very important that first you attend the call of nature and then you practice. Do not start the yoga breathwork practice when you are having these physical urges. If you are feeling like lot of hunger, you are very hungry and you want to eat something and then practice afterward. So it is very common guideline in yoga practices that if you are having some strong urge, then you should wait for some time until your body is settled and become stable, and then you start the practice. Another important guideline: where should you practice yoga breath work? It should always be indoor. The room should be very well ventilated and you should be free from distractions. When I am saying distractions, there should not be any television, no music, and no incense. All these sensations, like whether you are hearing something, you are smelling something, it is taking your awareness outside. That's why these are considered as distractions in yoga practice. You should be very mindful, you should be peaceful, and this is the way to start the yoga breath work. Many persons, they will say that you can practice outside in the park, but based upon the ancient yoga text and based upon my own practice, I will highly suggest you that you always practice it indoor, and you will be able to understand the significance of practicing indoor and without distractions within 2 or 3 weeks of starting this practice. Next question: where can I sit? You have lot of choice here. You can sit on the yoga mat, sofa, chair. It should be supportive and firm. It should not sag down. So anything that is supportive and firm, it is perfect. Can I sit cross-legged or is it a requirement? No, sitting cross-legged is not required for yoga breathwork practice. You have to sit how you are comfortable. It is very important you have to be comfortable while doing the yoga breathwork practice. And how to sit. It is very, very important. Pay attention. Your head, neck and body, chest and lower back, this should be erect. When I am saying erect, this should be firm without any tension. It should not be loose, and you have to maintain normal curvature of the spine, which is in the shape of the word S. So it is very important. Head, neck and body, it should be erect. It should be firm without any tension. The curvature of the spine should be normal, and you can support your hands on your thighs. You can just have your palms facing upward or touching the thigh. Both are okay, no problem with that. You have to remember that you are not sitting in any of this way. When I am saying uptight, it is like this, with lot of tension in your back muscles. When you are stooping, it is like this, or even like this, in a more dramatic way. Your neck should not be tilted forward or backward. It should be straight. When I am saying you are sitting uptight, stooping, neck tilted front or back, then in all of these situations, you are creating unnecessary tension, and that's not good for the yoga breathwork practice. If you are having some tension in your body, like you are starting yoga breathwork in the evening after your office, or you are feeling some tension in the back or neck area, then you have to relax, move that body part, and just you do it with me right now. The part of the body, front, back, front, back, front, back. 2 to 3 times is perfect. And this body sidewise, to the right and left, to the right and left, to the right and left. Then come to your shoulders, clockwise, and then anti-clockwise. And in similar way, you can just tilt your neck forward, backward. And then sidewise. Then clockwise. Anti-clockwise. If you are having some strong symptoms of cervical spondylosis, at that time you should abstain from having very quick movement of the neck, and just have these movements very gentle, like this. Otherwise, it can hurt your problem. So this is very important. Generally, our breathing rate is 12 to 20 per minute. It means that we are breathing 12 to 20 times in a single minute. When you are adopting the yoga breathwork practice, very gradually and naturally, your breathing rate will come down. You will be able to breathe 6 to 10 times during yoga breathwork practice. But there is one important difference. You will not be feeling gasping of the air. You will not be short of breath. You will not feel exertion, and at the same time, you will feel very relaxed and rejuvenative. And this is one of the very obvious benefit of the yoga breathwork practice. There is very special intention for today's practice session. I call it as a reference practice session. You will practice deep breathing as you understand by this word. Whatever is coming to your mind by the word deep breathing, you practice according to that. When you have progressed in this program, you will be noticing the difference based upon today's practice session. So, practice deep breathing as you understand by this word. You have to take care of all the other points that we have discussed. Where are you practicing? Inside the room. Room should be very well ventilated. Where are you sitting? You have lot of choice. How are you sitting? Your head, neck and body, it should be erect. It should be firm without any tension. If there is some tension, you have to stretch little bit so that there is no tension. And when you are practicing, you have to close your eyes and you have to put your hands on thighs. The palms can be upward or downward. It is perfectly okay. Do whatever you are comfortable with. Then the practice session, it will be of 10 minutes. It will be better if you practice one more time on your own, and in coming 4 to 5 sessions, you will be able to see a great difference in your deep breathing. If you consider it just from physical point of view, you will be able to notice a great difference in the deep breathing practice that you will be doing after 4 or 5 sessions. When you are practicing on your own, I suggest you to set a timer in your cell phone. This is very good practice. Otherwise, you will be opening your eyes and looking at the cell phone or watch and see how many minutes are left. So, setting a timer in your cell phone is a very good practice. I believe that you find the information inside this program helpful and you are excited to implement yoga breathwork practice in your daily life. Finally, thanks for your time. Adopt Ayurveda and yoga in your daily life. Have better health and greater happiness now and always. Thank you. Namaste.